The bypoll that's being seen as a referendum for the ruling DMK's 19-month-long rule. What are the issues the BJP as part of the AIADMK alliance planning to raise this time?
There are many issues, sir. And you rightly said, in a way, it is a referendum because after 22 months of a government in power, it's time for people to decide how do they perceive this government in action to be. People's anger is very, very high, no doubt about that. 22 months, especially their poll manifesto, out of 517 promises they've kept, I don't think they've fulfilled even 50 out of it properly. And the failure of law and order, many other reasons, especially women folks are very angry. 1,000 rupees they have promised they will give a ration card every month. They have promised 100 rupees subsidy for each cylinder every month. So 22 months now. It is not 1 month, 2 months or 6 months. So
Initially, the AIADMK didn't have pictures of the BJP leaders. There is some kind of a trust deficit, what many see. Are you sensing that?
I don't think so, sir. There's no question of trust deficit. And normally,
They see the BJP perhaps as a liability.
I don't think anybody sees BJP as a liability. And BJP brings some unique things to the table. Likewise, AIADMK brings some unique things to the table. BJP brings a lot of freshness to the table. If you go and see the fresh voters now, 18 to 35, and many of the voters are towards the BJP side without any doubt in Tamil Nadu. So of course we bring, and yes, unlike other parties who have got a 5-time, 7-time MLA in each constituency, we don't have that. So we are fast building up our ground presence. And that doesn't mean that ADMK has got a trust deficit BJP or BJP has got a trust deficit with ADMK.
While you say there's no trust deficit between the AIADMK and the BJP, there's no united joint campaign by you and Mr. EPS together, the top leaders.
No, it's not about united campaign. It is all, we give our time whenever it is comfortable, convenient, wherever they want us. For example, today and tomorrow for 2 full days I am here in Erode, and likewise different leaders come at different points of time. So in a bypoll, it is not necessary that all of you have to be on stage at the same point of time. It is not necessary. It is not like a Lok Sabha poll or an assembly poll which goes on for 30 days at different times.
In spite of a common candidate from the AIADMK, the perception again is the AIADMK is a divided house because of the tussle between Mr. EPS and OPS. Does that worry the BJP?
Sir, as we have said very clearly, we don't actually get into the internal affairs of a party. But in this case, in Erode East, if you remember, sir, it is more like a consensus candidate who's standing in ADMK symbol. And it is our responsibility to put our firepower behind that candidate to make sure he wins that election. There is an interim general secretary, whether this, whether that, whether it should be a coordinator, deputy coordinator, that is for the parties to decide.
Thank you so much, Mr. Annamalai, for your time. Always joy speaking to you. That was Mr. K Annamalai, the BJP president, talking to us amid the Erode East bypoll. In Erode with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.